I'm adding 1 cup of cottage cheese to my blender. This is the brand I'm using. And now I'm gonna add 3 tablespoons of maple syrup for a sweetener. We're making a healthy, high protein dessert. You guys are gonna love this recipe. So 1 cup cottage cheese and 3 tablespoons of maple syrup. So instead of using food coloring, we're gonna use spirulina to give this dessert a green color. So I'm gonna add a 1/4 teaspoon. This will also add some health benefits. And then for our last ingredient, maybe you can guess what flavor we're making by now. I'm just gonna add a couple drops of peppermint extract. It's really strong, so be careful. Woo, okay. So I'm gonna take the top to my blender and we are gonna blend this all together. My blender here and just blend until smooth. All right, this looks nice and smooth. So I'm gonna grab a dish here. And I'm just gonna remove the top from my blender. If you haven't guessed it by now, we are making mint chip ice cream, high protein, low carb, using cottage cheese. So I'm just gonna pour this right into my container. And then I just chopped up a couple tablespoons of chocolate chips here. So I'm gonna add that right in. And then we're just gonna give this a good stir so that our chocolate is evenly distributed throughout our mint chip ice cream. I am so excited for this one. It kind of smells like a Thin Mint already. And then this is ready to go in the freezer. So that seriously only took a couple of minutes. It was just our cottage cheese, our maple syrup, or you can use whatever kind of sweetener you like. You could use something like monk fruit if you wanted to keep this recipe sugar-free or low carb. But it's also pretty low carb because it only has the 3 tablespoons of maple syrup. And then we used our spirulina for color. You can skip the spirulina if you want. Some mint chip ice creams are white, some are green. I kind of like the green. So we added spirulina and then our peppermint extract and then our chocolate chips. So we're gonna put this in the oven. We're gonna put this in the freezer for probably a couple of hours. I'm gonna take it out and give it a stir probably halfway through freezing just to prevent any iciness. And then we will try this mint chip cottage cheese ice cream out. All right, so I just took our cottage cheese mint chip ice cream out of the freezer. It looks pretty good. I think it should be frozen enough. I actually froze it for about 2 hours. So I'm gonna take my ice cream scoop here and just dig right in. Look at how creamy and delicious that looks. So I'm gonna scoop it right into my dish here. How good does this look? It actually looks like real mint chip ice cream. No one would ever guess that this was made with cottage cheese. All right, so it is time for the taste test of our cottage cheese mint chip ice cream. This is super high in protein. It's also low in sugar. It has no artificial coloring like the normal mint chip ice cream. So I really hope it's good, but let's try it out. Look at those mint chips. Oop. Getting a little melty, but look at those mint chips in there. All right, here we go. That is delicious. The mint chips are perfect. It's super creamy. I am obsessed with this. This flavor turned out so good. I thought it might be a little bit weird with the cottage cheese and the mint, but I am a big fan of this. Definitely make this one. Look at how creamy and delicious that looks. Let me know in the comments if you guys will try this recipe and let me know what you think if you do try it out.